Hey, my friend, you probably already know this, but strong, healthy teams don't just happen by accident. They're built when we as leaders actually invest in our people, understand our own strengths and blind spots, and are intentional about creating a healthy team culture. Hi, I'm Robin Kent, and welcome to Teamwork Made Easier. In this podcast, we'll explore how people are wired and how to leverage our strengths, navigate those frustrations, and build that trust so teams can collaborate more effectively. Because one thing I know is this: when people are understood and supported, they don't just perform better, they start to love what they do and who they work with. So grab your coffee, lean in, and let's make teamwork easier starting today. Hey, my friend, welcome to Teamwork Made Easier. I am excited to have you back here with me today. So today we're going to dig into helping you find your why or remembering your why, because sometimes we lose focus of our why, like when we're young and we're trying to figure out what are we going to go to school in and what career are we going to lead into. Sometimes we are focused on, I want to do this because I really like this. And we get so focused, in that area. But then at the same time, I have connected with young people who struggle with figuring out their why. And sometimes they're focused on, it's because of the paycheck. And it doesn't come down to something that they're passionate about or something that they really have joy in doing. And if you know anything about me here, I love to help people understand and know how to love what you do and who you work with. And so I truly believe that one of the ways to really love what you do is understand your why. Because when you are focused on your why, I do this because, then when those hard events come around or those hard moments, those difficult conversations, those difficult, challenging obstacles in front of you, and you get to focus on, this is why I do what I do. When you think about teachers in education, they have a strong why because they want to help people learn and move forward and grow in that area. Or a doctor, their why may be because they want to help heal someone and help someone feel better because they had a different experience of whatever they see the difference that can bring. But sometimes even doctors and teachers can lose focus of, why did I go to school and spend all this time? Or even if you didn't go to college, but why did you get focused in learning this particular trade and move forward so that you can grow in that career? So I want to help you find your why or remember your why. Maybe you know it, but you kind of forgot about it because you've been so focused in the, day-to-day, week-to-week events. So here is an exercise of being able to figure out your why and making sure you're on the right path of the direction you're going. All right. So number one is look for patterns. Like, what kind of conversations light you up? What do you get excited about and you really love to talk about? You really love to support people and those kind of things. I can tell you, for me, one of the conversations that light me up or topics is when it comes to anything with kids, anything, especially teenagers, young people, young adults. Those people, when I have conversations about encouraging them, empowering them, whatever that looks like, then I am all in, I'm all ears, and I'm there to be like, How can I help? What can I do? That's why I do so many different things with different nonprofits that are focused around the youth because I know the difference that made for me. And that's a deep part of my why. But if you're looking for patterns and you think about conversations that light you up or what people naturally come to you for, what do people naturally come to you for? I am definitely known for loving teenagers and youth. So if anything comes up, then people go, oh, Robin's probably interested in that. Oh, I bet you Robin might want to know about that because that is what people naturally come to me for, is that I get excited and I get, eager to do anything and almost everything to help that population. So number 2, pay attention to emotional clues. All right. Again, that feeling that like what gets you fired up or what do you become protective over, like when that conversation or when that event happens or that project happens, what do you get fired up about? Like you get excited about, or you're very protective of this particular area of whatever it is, a task, a project, or individuals. What deeply moves you? Pay attention to those emotional cues. Those strongest emotions are breadcrumbs that will help you figure out what is your why. Why do you do what you do? All right. Number 3 is test it in action. So I encourage you, when you can, volunteer, speak up in a meeting, help mentor someone in that area after you have figured out what is it that fires you up? What is it that lights you up? What are those emotional cues? Then test it, put it in action. Again, last year I got into as a CASA volunteer, and this is a court-appointed special advocate for young people. And so these are students that are in the foster care system. So it's an opportunity for me to still get a taste of the young people, even though I work more with adults now in the professional world of doing workshops and going into different businesses and education systems, and I'm working with the adults, but I still get a taste of my teenagers in different ways that I volunteer or different side projects that I do, because that is my why of what I love to do, is in some form or fashion being able to help youth. So I want you to think about your why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you spend all the hours of whatever you do? Because when you can really dig down and figure that out and lean into that, then when the challenges come to face you and the struggles and the things like that, then you just are able to really continue on that journey to accomplish your why. After you go through these 3 different steps of trying to figure out your why, I would love for you to come and send me an email or come find me on social media and let me know what is your why. Because I truly, truly feel that when you have your why figured out, it helps direct your path and helps you understand what direction you're going, what to look for, which detour to take or what to stop and pause and go, oh, wait a second, I'm going in the wrong direction. Because I continuously am trying to stay very intentional and very focused on my why. My why with what I do now, even though I love teenagers and I love young people, but my why is that I want to help others love what they do and who they work with, because I truly believe it's a possibility, number one, and I truly see the impact that it has on individuals, not just in their professional world and being successful and making an impact and those kind of things, but it also has an effect on their personal life, and they're able to be a happier person all the way around. And the more that we are a happier person inside and out, and whatever that happy looks like, you might not smile like I do a lot, but you still might be happy on the inside, then that is a ripple effect, and we are able to make a greater impact on those around us. So that is my why of why I am so focused on teamwork, is because I see the impact of what it can bring. And when I work with teams, in a workshop scenario, and I'm working with businesses or educational teams, and I'm working with them, and I see that transformation happen. I see those light bulbs come on. I see them seeing each other across the room and going, oh, that helps me understand why you usually frustrate me, but I get it now. Those are the things that light me up. Those are the things that get me so excited. Those are the things that help me spend hours putting curriculum together or putting workshops together, is because when I see that happen in my workshops, then I am just like, yes, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I want you to have that feeling as well, to have it the majority of your days at work, is understanding your why and understanding what you're doing is making an impact and is making a difference, because I know it will just make your day even better. All right, my friend. Well, I want you to go and figure it out, or be reminded of what your why is, and it's going to help you be a better leader or a future leader so that you can make teamwork even easier. All right, I'll talk to you again really soon. Hey, my friend. Thanks so much for spending this time with me on Teamwork Made Easier. My hope is that today's conversation helped you see yourself, your team, or your leadership just a little more clearly. If you want to take this a step further, I'd love for you to grab my How You Are Wired to Work productivity tool. It's a simple, practical way to understand how you naturally work best, what gives you energy, and what might be quietly draining you, so you can work with more clarity, less frustration, and a whole lot more ease. Go to robinkent.com/tool. That's robinkent.com/tool. You can find the link down in the show notes, because when you understand how you're wired and how the people around you are wired, it changes the way you lead, the way you collaborate, and the way your team shows up. All right. Thanks again for being here. If this episode was helpful, share it with a friend or another leader who could use it. And be sure to join me next time as we keep building teams where people love what they do and who they work with.